Hi guys, and welcome to another review. This is something I've been meaning to review for quite a while, and it's a shame due to the circumstances, as Adam West has sadly passed away at the age of 88. For me, as well as a lot of people, he was probably one of their first introductions to Batman. I want to say 8 or 9 when I first saw Adam West as Batman. I'd seen Michael Keaton and Christian Bale at that time, but yeah, although I remembered them quite well, none of them really kind of stuck with me as well as this guy did. And he was just fantastic at what he did, just always in character. I've heard stories of people meeting him in conventions, and they were saying, he was saying, hello citizen, and stuff like that. So yeah, this will just be a little tribute to the man who is quite simply Batman, Adam West. It's one of the retro style action figures made by Figures toy company, and the figure is in the box. I was just able to put it back in the package, and yeah, I'll just give you a quick look at it. Down here you've got him on the famous hotline up there fighting, and then there you just got a generic stance with him there. Batman classic TV series, and up here, I don't think the lights. There you go, Figures toy company. I didn't actually cut this off. I just slid the bubble out to get the figure when I opened it originally. There you got Batman. He's looking to the side slightly. It was kind of difficult to bring back in. And on the back, oh my god, sorry, my throat's had a bit of a tickle in it this last week. Here we've got Series 1, the top 4 figures. I have all of them. And Series 2, I don't have any of them yet, but there are a bunch of other really cool ones that you can get. And yeah, I'm just going to take him out of the package while I talk. You can get, is he here? Yeah, he's there. You can get Clock King, Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon, Chief O'Hara, Surf's Up Batman, Surf's Up Joker, Angry Batman, Angry Robin, stuff like that. So if you want all the variants, you can go for them. Oops, there we go. Just sorry about that, I might have to cough a couple times in this video. There you go, I've got him out. And yeah, here he is. So as per usual, let's give you a look at his face. His face looks surprisingly good actually. As this is a retro style action figure, I wasn't expecting the face to be amazing. But it does look pretty nice actually. I'm just going to move the cape down. The jawline looks very Adam West like. The cowl is done really nice with the wide eye slits. The eyebrows and the white trim along there looks really cool. The lip along the top on this side isn't painted as well, so it looks a little bit funny, but it's nothing too bad. The ears are a bit shorter, as this is what they were like in the show, so that looks cool. You've even got some nice kind of stitch lines along the top here, which looks nice. Just going to give you a little bit of a profile view of his head. So that looks really cool. Moving down to his torso, you've got the Bat logo, which in all fairness, I think the Bat logo could have probably done with being just a little bit lower. It wasn't perfectly on his chest in the show. I always thought it looked a bit funny how low it was, but yeah. Pretty skin tight, the outfit, which is good. It isn't very restrictive either. He's got a lot of movement in it. This is like a vinyl sticker that's been applied over it. And here we've got his utility belt with the nice golden buckle, silver pouches, and it actually is removable on the back here, as you can see there. Got a stitch line there. Oh no, it's actually Velcro, so you can take his clothes off. I'm not going to do that though. Sorry. One of the issues I find is that the hands tend to come off, as it's just a small little ball joint that they're attached with, and it doesn't really stay on that well. And another thing I don't like is how rubbery the hands are. So I'm not sure if that was actually on camera when I just did that, but yeah. But yeah, I'm not really that fond of how rubbery the hands are. I mean, it does get quite annoying when you're trying to pose him and then this just falls off. If it was a harder plastic, it'd probably stick better. But here you've got gauntlets, which also look pretty cool. They're also rubbery. You've got some nice creases along here that represent, like, you know, the texture and material of the glove. Same deal here, which looks nice. The bat trunks here. I like that they're not actually separate materials being put over them, because then it just looks silly. It looks like they've just, well, it is technically a separate material, but it's just something that's been stitched along it. So, you know, they've used a thinner fabric. Just need to sort his belt out there. Sorry. You need to keep on kind of like aligning this up as well after you've posed it a bit, which is a shame, but yeah. You've got grey along here. Looks like they've gone a little bit out of place. Same deal here with the feet. They're very rubbery boots, so they don't come out as easily as the hands, or gloves I should say, so that's a plus. Nice boots, just like you had in the show. You got the creasing and stuff. It's a very nice blue. It looks very accurate to that of the show, which I like. And yeah, it's really, really cool. On the bottom, nothing there. All the copyright stuff is probably printed on his back here, so you can't see it. His cape is actually removable, which he does do in the show. You can just like kind of take it off there, and if I just show you here, it's like an actual kind of clasp thing, so that's cool. You can, anyone remembers this episode? It was Shame, and he manages to get free of the stampede of cows, and he has his cape, and he's like, Toro, Toro, and they're all running around him. Oh, I loved Adam West as Batman. But yeah, it's cool that the cape does come off, as it's something he does do in the show, and it can just as easily be attached again. Let's do that, shall we? There we go. One of the things I don't like, well, I like it, but it's kind of frustrating. I've never been a fan of wired capes. I mean, although you can get like that kind of cool pose going on, but you can't really, if you try and put it out to the side like that, although it's a pretty wide cape, you know, let me just lie him down a bit. There we go. As you can see, he does have a fair bit of cape on him, as you can see, which he does have in the show. It's just that it's always tucked neatly behind him. Oh, his utility belt's come loose. Oh, that's also a thing, because some of the villains did take his belt off of him, so that's cool that you can remove it. You can recreate some fight poses. It doesn't really stay, you know, so that's a shame, but oh well, it's kind of staying. Okay, so that's probably the extent you can get, but you probably want to try and bend it a bit from here, and I reckon you could recreate a pretty decent looking wall pose, you know, but you'd have to bend it a bit lower down. To be fair, gravity doesn't really help it either, but I don't know what happened there, but gravity doesn't really help it due to the wires. I've never been a fan of wired capes. I know Mezco have incorporated wires with some of their figures. I don't think theirs look bad. For example, their Green Arrow has wiring along the outline of his jacket, but that's kind of cool as just one little section and you can pose it. But yeah, let's just put his belt back on. Take the cape off, it'll make it easier. But yeah, such a shame that he passed away. One of the celebrities I really wanted to meet, if I was to give you like a rundown, I don't know, top 3 celebrities I wish I could meet but sadly can't. Leonard Nimoy, Adam West. Oh, just to clarify, these are people I wanted to meet before they passed away as well. I didn't just like jump on a bandwagon or anything. Let me just try and do this. But yeah, Leonard Nimoy, Adam West, and who else? I don't know, maybe DeForest Kelly, you know, Bones from Star Trek, or William Hartnell, the First Doctor. But yeah, sadly that cannot be done. Came loose again. Right, let's just give you a rundown of his articulation. As he is a retro figure, you've got a fair amount. You've got a swivel in the head. It's not a ball joint or anything. Oh, this is also a free moving piece of like faux leather. But yeah, you've got a ball joint in the head. Well, not ball, just a swivel. You've got ball hinged shoulders. I say ball hinged, but they're held in with like a string on the inside, so you get a fair range. You know, you can kind of bring him up all the way. You know, like try and do a Batusi if he had the hands. But yeah, you can't. You've got a hinge, single hinge in the elbow, a swivel at the wrist, You've got a lovely, lovely abdomen joint. I always like the joints that come on these retro style figures, as you can, like, you know, bring them to the side quite a bit, lean them back a fair amount, down a decent bit. Yeah, they're quite posable. You can kick the legs out a fair bit, bring them to the side, bring them back a decent bit as well, and they kind of swivel at the top as well from the same joint. You've got a single hinged knee and a swivel at the boot. Sorry about that, guys. I had this really irritating cough. Anyway, let's just put all this stuff back together now. I really like this action figure. Yeah, it's just a shame that passed away, sadly. You can probably still find this on like eBay or something. It shouldn't be too hard to find. And yeah, an amazing figure. The only Adam West Batman figure I have, actually. I never picked up any of the Mattel Multiverse ones. God knows I can't afford the Hot Toys ones, and I do really enjoy the retro style of an action figure, you know. I like cloth. I'm not against it on action figures like some people are, but yeah, this is just awesome. Little tribute to the man who is Batman. Also, another really good tribute video I'd recommend you watch. It's a channel called Retro Blasting, and the video is Go West Young Sir or something along those lines. But yeah, if you type in their channel, it'll be the latest video they've uploaded. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Thank you for everything, Adam. I'll see you next time.